Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. My name is Jonathan. I am the spiritually awakened empath. If this is your first time on this channel and you're looking to gain a deeper understanding of the spiritual awakening process and everything that it entails, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell to be notified each and every single time I upload a video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about triggers and blockages. Why do these triggers and blockages happen, and what is there to learn from them? All right, let's get started. The spiritual awakening process can be very confusing at times. You're gaining this new insight, you're discovering who you are, you're healing, you're discovering your special abilities as a spiritual being, and it can be very confusing. And as much as you think you're in control at the beginning of your awakening, I'm telling you this, you are not in control. It's your higher self, it's your angels and your guides that are in control. They know exactly what you need to do in order to move forward. They know what blockages have to be removed. They know what needs to be healed. And triggers and blockages is exactly how they begin to communicate with you, to bring forth what needs to be either healed or what you need to break through whenever there's a blockage. And I'll give you a couple examples. As far as triggers, sometimes you'll be triggered into remembering a past experience and beginning to heal this. And then other times you'll be triggered to see, just to test, are you going to stay as you once were, or are you going to be your authentic self and express yourself exactly how you should? And I'm telling you this, through these triggers, I was able, it might not be this fast for you. This was just really a life-changing experience for me. But I was able to literally eliminate my biggest life regret. I was able to remove this enormous amount of guilt that I had through being triggered during a dream. I was lucky. I met a soulmate in high school. Unfortunately, we were never romantically involved. We were just best friends. But I'm telling you this, for those of you who've had the opportunity to be with a soulmate, you understand me when you say this has taken this game at a whole new level. Every other relationship I've had since then has felt like kindergarten level compared to this. With this person, I could be myself. I didn't feel afraid to open up my heart. I left myself vulnerable. I could talk to her about literally anything. She never judged me for any of the negative things that I would do, or, things that you would consider are negative, your weaknesses. Never any type of judgment like that. It was just pure love is what it was. But unfortunately, because we were never romantically involved, at some point I had to split the friendship. I couldn't continue being friends with her because I couldn't handle it anymore. And I regretted this for so long. But then one night, this was one of the first things I ended up purging during my spiritual awakening. I had this dream of her, okay? And all this dream was she gave me this hug for about 30 seconds or so. And then she leaned in on my left side and she just said, "It's okay." That was it. She just said, "It's okay." And then I woke up and I was intoxicated with her energy. I was intoxicated with love when I woke up. And that's what my angels told me. They told me, it's okay. It's okay that you had to let her go. It's okay that it didn't work out, because you will be able to have that deep level connection. You will be able to have a soul connection with the next woman that comes into your life, but you must first let her go in order to allow yourself to move forward. And that's one of the ways that you can be triggered, to look back on a situation. And sometimes it will take obviously more than 5 minutes. This was actually pretty exceptional, but at least it allows you to go back on a situation and maybe get a different perspective as to what really happened. And then you'll begin to learn the life lessons. I've learned so many life lessons from this friendship that I had with her after I was able to heal. But you must first allow yourself to do the healing. And the second type of triggers is just going to be to see, how are you going to react to a situation? Have you evolved? Have you been able to allow your authentic self out? Are you able to express your true feeling, express truly what you believe in? And this happened last spring. I went to my parents' place for 2 weeks and I was tested over and over and over again. And I'll admit, the first 4 or 5 days, I reacted the exact same way as I did when I was a child. But after a while, I realized that that's why I was getting triggered, was to now let my authentic self out and not be afraid to express who I was. And this helped heal a lot of things from my childhood. And that's what it's for. These blockages and these triggers are to allow you to heal, allow you to release certain things, or allow you to become your authentic self and not be afraid to express yourself. All right, let's talk about blockages. Why blockages happen, what you can do, and how you're able to move forward from these. Typically, blockages are going to be there to help reveal bottom feeding emotions that no longer serves you, or to allow you to get rid of these limited beliefs. Okay, and I'll give you a couple examples. October 27th new moon, it was a Taurus new moon. I'm a Taurus. It was the most profound moon cycle that I've had to experience since my awakening. I had so much growth during this time. And at first, that's what happened. When the new moon occurred, I ended up having a major blockage. It was during the nighttime. I never get nightmares. This night I had a nightmare, and all I was seeing was skeleton faces and zombie faces literally all around me. Even after I woke up, if I would close my eyes for 4 or 5 seconds, that's what I would see. There was just this incredible amount of fear inside of me. And then instead of really like pushing it away, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna absorb it. I'm gonna really begin to love this feeling, because it made me realize that in my life I have literally had so many experiences ruined, as in I didn't continue to move forward because of fear, and was the last straw. This was the last time that this was gonna happen. I was gonna go onto YouTube, and I have my spiritual guide site that I started up. I was really stepping into my own as a spiritual guide. And I decided I'm not going to let this happen. I recognize that, yeah, it's fine. There is a level of fear, by putting myself out there, or even on YouTube, or putting myself out there through my site or through my blog. There was a certain level of fear, but I decided to not allow it to stop any of my forward momentum. I decided I was going to push through, because I knew that this fear coming in my entire life. When I look at a bunch of different situations, whenever it was fearful, I now realize that I would have made huge leaps forward if I would have acknowledged the fear, but I would have said, I'm continuing on anyways. And that's what this was about. It was for once and for all, release any type of fear and know that I will have success in what I'm doing. Know that I am on my life's path. And that was one of my blockages. And I recently had a blockage about 2 weeks ago. I had a really sudden dip in abundance, and I had to ask help from friends. I was missing 3 suppers. Okay, I called up a friend. I said, listen, I had a sudden dip in finances. Are you able to help me out? My old self would have said no. My old self would have allowed his ego and his pride to control the situation, and I would have literally decided, you know what, I'm just going to starve for 3 days. And then I called up a friend, and she said, no problem. Next day, she comes over with 4 bags of groceries, way more than what I asked for. And I knew that this was a test. I knew that this was a test to finally, once and for all, eliminate any type of ego, eliminate any type of pride, any of those bottom feeding emotions once and for all. And then on the Monday, we went out and got a couple more things at the grocery. She was incredibly generous. I got 10 times more what I asked for. And I knew, I could feel that I would all of a sudden get a big surge in abundance very shortly. And what happens? Monday, went to the grocery store, picked up what we needed. Tuesday, look at my email. Bam, I just got the biggest payout, the biggest check so far. I just got the biggest reward. And I knew that this was just a life lesson. So really start looking at these blockages in this way. And if at any point you find yourself being overwhelmed, you can ask your guides and your angels and your higher self to tone it down a bit. Because what happens is your higher self knows your limits. Okay, you might not realize how powerful you are, but your higher self realizes this. But if at any time you become uncomfortable and it just seems too overwhelming, ask them to tone it down and they'll be able to. And it's okay. And it's same if you don't, if you're not successful with passing through these little tests. That's what these triggers and these blockages are. If you're not successful, be gentle with yourself and just realize that there's more inner growth that needs to be done. There's more inner healing that needs to be done before you're able to get through that blockage, before you're able to understand what you need to from this trigger or react in a different way. All right, that's going to do for the video, guys. I love you guys. You guys have an amazing day. Namaste.